Alrighty guys, welcome back to Tomboy Official. What is up? It's Friday the 13th of 2023, October. I haven't really been recording daily episodes lately. I'm a little conflicted about it because it's kind of like, I feel like it's easier to just record about all the frustrations of things and, you know, last night I took a lot of time to reflect on some of the things that weren't so negative, but I was, feeling pretty crappy yesterday evening from probably like, I don't know what time, like, I got back around 2, almost 2 p.m., so I'll just go through my day, and if you guys want to have some coffee or tea or something, grab a beverage and we can do some brainstorming and reflecting together. But I'll kind of explain how my day went yesterday, kind of what my plans are for today, possibly the weekend. Just some more about any kind of strategies I'm coming up across as far as like work strategies. Now, it's not that I don't have ways to make money, it's just, I was this most of this, I don't even know how to describe this. Like, I guess it started last year in September of 2022. I started diving into like a tech type of interest, and I went from there to near near December. Well, in December, I left that job that I was previously at the end of last year, and I needed the time to, do some healing and also just get through, like I'd never really had a break that was that long, even while I was working. Like I mentioned, I hadn't even taken 2 weeks off for the whole time I moved to San Diego, and that was like maybe close to 9 years. I'd only taken off once, like just short of 2 weeks. And looking back, I'm like, that was a terrible idea because I had so much PTO I could have used, but at a certain point, anyways, after I'd been there for a really long time. But I cashed it out at one point, and then at another point, I would take breaks with like the 3-day weekends, or like make a break for myself, like take off a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every now and then, or like a Tuesday, Wednesday or something. So work like half a week sometimes, or take maybe at most like 1 week off, just mostly because I felt obligated to be working because of the clients we were working with. I also felt a little pressure to keep working because if I wasn't there at least once during the week, then there would be other people who had to follow up with a lot of my clients. And so, I don't know, like nobody like said it like outright, like, oh, like we're following up with your clients and all this kind of stuff. But I knew how it felt for me, and so I was trying to be considerate of others. Maybe, but not really considering myself first. I was considering all these other people and what they needed from me, and that was really getting in the way of my health and recovering from, just the stress of the job and stuff. So after, I just couldn't really maintain that kind of job, like, working with people like that. Like, it's hard for me not to give like too much of myself, and when it comes to work too, and trying to make good impressions, and the way that things have kind of gone wrong in some areas of my career path, I think I kind of have this like complex of like I need to like overly perform, and then you can only sustain that for so long, but I was doing it for years on end. And so I've definitely learned a lot about what was not working and what made it so that I just completely burned out. Like I even the other day on Monday when I was talking to the recruiter again, and I was just like, I just can't do it. Like, I don't see myself interested in this at all. um it just doesn't sound like something I'm motivated towards. It's making me like sad even thinking about the cases, and just stressed out thinking about even having to deal with it, on top of meeting new staff and learning new protocols and not getting paid enough, and having to deal with LA traffic. For me, I was just like, I'd rather just not even do that. Plus, I'm overqualified for a lot of these jobs, and they don't want to pay adequately. So, um, they want to take me back to a pay rate that's almost back to what I was already making before. So, I don't know. That doesn't sound helpful. Mm. I'm drinking this coffee. It's just got some butter in it, and it's got a little bit of almond milk. So yeah, yesterday I did what I needed to do. Got a gift for the wedding. It wasn't an expensive gift. Yeah, you guys know I'm really cutting back. Like, I figured I could probably get a $20 gift card to something, or let me see what Daiso has to offer, because it's a pretty cheap store. I was originally gonna get like one of the little tea sets for two people, like a nice little like tea kettle with two cups, and then I decided on the little sake flask with the two little sake shot glasses, um, and a bag to put it in that's gonna be like a reusable kind of little bag. And so I did that instead. Um, and I got a card from Hallmark, and I think overall I spent maybe $11, so I'm happy with that. Because I'm already gonna spend like about $30 or so in gas, so I'm okay with a cheap gift. Because the gas is gonna cost me. The costumes costed me, so I got a Grim Reaper costume off Amazon. So this is kind of my little to-do list. I think sometime during, like, before last weekend, before this past weekend, I ordered off Amazon these earbuds. I like these Apple earbuds. They've got the microphone. They're not the most comfortable in the ear, but I'm kind of used to them now, so I wanted another pair. And it's so freaking hard to find them, the actual Apple ones. They have like these compatible ones, and I hate most of those. I want the real one. Um, so I got a pack of these two earbuds. Not even the ones, like, not even the AirPods, not those. Like the ones that have the cable with the mic. Like, I don't want to charge anything, but it's a stupid Bluetooth connected. Um, I don't understand. Like, it has a lightning cable for the connection, just like the regular earpods earbuds have. The regular wired earbuds have, like the classic ones, right? But when you plug it in, it connects to Bluetooth. So it's draining your battery, and because it's plugged in, you can't charge it at the same time unless you have some special setup or something. So it's like, I don't want that. I don't want something that connects to Bluetooth. Um, I try not to use Bluetooth that much. It's a little glitchy, and it's annoying. Like, I think they use the lightning port as the receiver, as the receiver or something. But it's not even wireless. I'm like, if I want something to be Bluetooth, it better be wireless. And that was kind of my complaint about the little Bluetooth wireless mic that I got way back, but I kept because it's small and it works fine. Because you can actually charge at the same time with that mic. But the little lightning port adapter for that receiver, for that little mic, doesn't really fit too snugly into the port. And so unless your phone is laying like down flat on like a flat surface, like if you have it upright, like I usually do in the car, being held by like a, you know, like one of those clamps for your phone. I don't know the name of it. The ones that clamp. Like I basically use a little tripod with the bendable legs, and I wrap that around the inside door handle. Not the one that you use to open the door, but how there's that like sturdy like handle that's like on the door. I just wrap the legs around it, and then I just use the tripod clamp for my phone and put it in an upright position. But even though the phone is steady, it's the cable's too heavy, and it'll pull out the receiver when it's plugged in that direction, and so it disconnects often. If I'm driving because of the bumping and stuff, so I can't really realistically keep it connected unless I guess I could technically tape it or something, but I don't really go that far. I just, you know, don't use it that way. But yeah, so let me talk some more about, the day and what's been going on the last couple days. Then I'll talk about the methods, because I gotta get some coffee in me. I'm trying to get this coffee in me. This coffee's super weak. But yeah, I went to, I guess, what was I saying? Yeah, I bought those things on Amazon. So the mic, that's old. I'm keeping it. It's fine. It works good enough for like a $3 item or whatever. I'm like, whatever. I just wanted something that kind of had like a wireless option, and it's good enough because I can technically charge. Just my phone has to be in a weird position. But yeah, I don't understand what's up with those earbuds, so I'm gonna return them. The first Grim Reaper costume I got for this costume Friday the 13th wedding it ended up just being like a really lightweight like hood with like the shoulder part of a cloak. And there's no shirt, there's no pants, it comes with accessories. It comes with the face mask that goes over the bottom portion of your face, because I wear glasses, so I'm like, that would be helpful to just have the nose down instead of like covering my eyes, because when you wear glasses and you have a mask on, it's annoying. So that helps. And then it comes with these gloves that have this like glow in the dark little skeleton on the top of the hand, and they're just gloves, like typical gloves that you would wear like when the weather gets a little bit chilly. And then yeah, it comes with like a scythe. It doesn't have blood on it, but you can kind of like connect it. Like you have to I think it's like 3 pieces you have to screw together. So I'm like, okay, let me order a second one, because this was, I was doing all this earlier this week, so I was like, let me order a second one. So I ordered a second one, and it fit fine, but it's only just the cloak itself, the I don't know what you call it, the Grim Reaper, like with the hood and the arms, the robe. It's just the robe itself. It doesn't even come with like anything to tie it on. But I found a rope. I kind of keep. I'm a little bit handy. I keep a little bit of extra like supplies around my house. So I had that cloak. I had this rope in my closet that every now and then I use for stuff. I think I initially bought it. I don't even know what I initially got it for, but every now and then when I can't find tape, or something, if I'm giving somebody a gift and they're in the house or something, I'll use that rope to like tie the box or whatever. Like I'll just cut the rope. I can't remember what I bought it for at this point. I've had it for like years, but I'm gonna use that for like the belt, because it doesn't come with a belt or any string to like hold the rope together. So I'm gonna mix and match those accessories. I'm gonna use the robe with the rope to tie it on. Then from the first kit, I'm gonna use the face mask and the hand gloves and the scythe. And then I'll see if I can return it to Amazon. I mean, I'm like, dude, I'm only using it for today. Like, I don't know. If they don't want to take it back, they don't have to take it back. But I'm gonna return all that stuff. I'm gonna return the weird lightning cable Bluetooth earbuds. It doesn't even say anywhere in the explanation of the earbuds that they require Bluetooth. And it kind of weirds me out because when I plugged them in, it was like connecting, and I'm like, I don't want anything connecting. Like these weird products from China, and like, are they gonna like get in your phone and be like scamming you and stuff? Like, I don't really know. Like, I don't want something weird connecting to my phone, and I don't want something that has to use Bluetooth because it's gonna drain my battery. I need to get my phone battery kind of replaced because I keep falling asleep with it plugged in. I've been doing that for like a couple years now, so now the battery doesn't hold as much of a charge, especially because I'm usually watching videos on it, or if I'm driving and have my map on, it really drains. So I have to remember to bring my charger with me when I'm driving, especially if I'm doing deliveries or today when I go drive. So this wedding is going to start at 6, so I'm going to leave my place at 3:30 to pick up my friend in Long Beach, and then go from Long Beach to just north of San Clemente. Guys, it's going to take almost 2 hours in Friday traffic to get down there. So I'm not pleased about that, but I think leaving 30 minutes, like leaving 2.5 hours early, like most weddings aren't going to start on the dot, so we should be good on time. I tested the time Wednesday and Tuesday. I estimated the time. One day at 4 p.m. said an hour 51 minutes. I think the other day at 3:30 p.m. said 2 hours or something. So I'm gonna just try and leave to get there within 2 hours. Like, I don't want to spend more time, but I figure if I leave at 3:30, we should get there by 5:30 or so, and we can just relax and not have to worry about anything. So I mean, I'm not really willing to leave at like 2 something just to make it there super early. Like, that's ridiculous. We're already leaving at 3:30 to get somewhere by 6, because we got to drive across LA. So it's like, then we got to drive through all the way through Orange County. So just the traffic out here, it's so ridiculous. And it's Friday traffic, so it might not even be equivalent to what was happening Tuesday, Wednesday, but I won't know. It should be equivalent. Like, it shouldn't be like an extra 30 minutes. And even if it is, it shouldn't be much more than that. So I think at worst we'll get there on the dot. I don't think it's going to take us 2.5 hours. It's only 55 miles one way, and that's not calculating the stop I have to make in Long Beach. So it's going to be a little out off the freeway, and then pick up my friend and get back on the freeway. So it's not going to be that complicated. This coffee's really weak. It's really weak and lukewarm, but I think it's waking me up. I made some oats this morning. They're just cinnamon with butter. No sweetener, no nothing. Same with my coffee. Other than the almond milk, a little bit of almond milk to cool it down, and for a little bit of flavor, it's just butter. I mean, I like butter in my coffee. On an empty stomach, it kind of helps. Just with the energy behind it, because after I eat and stuff, I kind of want to see if I'll work out at all before it gets too hot indoors. I would love to drive to the gym, but I'm gonna be driving forever today, so I'm trying not to really drive until I have to leave the house. I'm a little tired. Um, but yeah, yesterday was, you know, rough. I don't know what happened. I think the C4 I had in the morning, like the combination, I think that got me yesterday was maybe the low calories, so probably like a blood sugar situation, as well as overdoing it with the caffeine, possibly. Um, so yesterday I had a scoop of C4 in the morning at like 7:30, maybe a little before 8. I don't remember honestly. I had an interview at like 9, so I didn't want to need to have my C4 bathroom run. But I also wanted to be like energetic. So I thought I was gonna work out before though, and I didn't. I didn't get the time to do that. But I ate a little bit yesterday morning. I ate 2 eggs and like a half of one of those Kind brand little peanut granola bars. Like it comes in a pack of two little ones, but I ate half of one of the two. That was my breakfast, I think. I don't think I had much more than that. So I was running low. When I'm gonna interview and stuff, it's hard for me to really eat. I get pretty nervous, and that caffeine bump doesn't help. And so I was pretty, just like, okay, I can eat after because I didn't need to be anywhere till 12. So I got up, went to the gym after that interview because I was like, I didn't get the job, but I was like, I don't want to sit around here moping about that. Let me just go do something productive while I have this caffeine in me. So I went to the gym, but the workout, since I hadn't really worked out for like almost a week maybe, it wasn't a very strong workout. Let me check when my workout was, because I wrote it down. Actually, don't think I wrote down yesterday's workout, but I wrote down all my other ones, because I know I skipped quite a few days. So yeah, yesterday's Thursday. So it looks like the last time I went to I did a pretty good home workout last Thursday, and then it looks like I did some kind of stretching and stuff Wednesday. That would have been the 4th. Another workout from home. It looked like a good workout on the 3rd. That was last Tuesday. And then Sunday, October 1st, was the last time I went to the gym, as well as Saturday, September 30th. And so I did get in quite a few workouts at the beginning of the month, and then I pretty much skipped Friday the 6th all the way till yesterday, Thursday the 12th. So I skipped 6 days, but I had reasons why. It wasn't really, I just wouldn't have been able to do it. And then it just happens sometimes. And then, so yeah, I felt good going, but because I hadn't been for all those days, I was like, let me take it easy. And every so often I get this cough. It might just be related to like vaping, but every so often I get this little cough, and so I was getting that when I was going towards the gym yesterday, and I was like, I don't know how this is going to be if I get on an elliptical or whatever. Like, is it going to affect the coughing? Because, I don't want to be in the gym coughing all over the place. So I just went and did about 10 minutes of everything. So I did about 10 minutes of, I don't even remember. Wow. 10 minutes cycling. There was a class going on. There wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't listed in the classes on the app, but I knew something would be going on. So, I was expecting to go in there and use that room, but I didn't. So I did about Yeah, after that I did like, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes of stretching, because I didn't have a mat or anything, and it was just like on the floor, that kind of like rubber floor. And so I didn't really do any kind of sit down stretching. It was all like standing up, so I didn't get all my stretching in. I did a little bit of core, like I think like 3 sets of like crunches. Um, I worked out triceps a little bit, and then biceps a little bit. Um, but altogether, I was there working out maybe 35 minutes or so. It wasn't really a big workout day, but it was like a warm up workout day because I was like, I don't want to go too hard and not be able to work out for the rest of the week. Um, because I'm trying to keep it a little consistent, but I guess that was a long break there, that 6 days. So, um, that's kind of what I did that day. And, so after that, I went to, I went to In and Out later on, and then just got a cheeseburger and fries, and then I went and got the gift for the wedding and the card, and then after that, I came home and ate, so it was already late, and I think before I left, like after the gym, I had like a little to eat, um, like about a half of a beef top ramen, which isn't healthy and wasn't a lot of food, but I was like, I want something. I have to talk quiet because other people are now awake. I didn't start recording early enough. I started recording at like 8:40 something. So after I went to do all that, I came home. I was gonna just relax, and I think the caffeine started crashing around 3. Like I felt like I could have gotten in another workout, but I was also so tired and drained from the morning because, not eating that much before and running around town and being kind of stressed out in the morning. I think it was like a cortisol, you know, flooding thing. It kind of made my energy all weird. And then I ended up having like my caffeine started wearing off around 3 from earlier that day, so of course that was intense. And it went from that intensity and all the way down to like from that, just feeling kind of, because I didn't really eat a lot. So when you don't really eat a whole lot of food, you can't really expect to feel amazing. So, my blood sugar was low, and technically, that burger and fries was like the major meal of my day. And I'll remind you, I didn't really eat that much earlier, and I did burn some calories, I'm assuming. So it just wasn't ideal. So I basically went and tried to nap, tried to rest. I was getting more and more irritated as the night went on, and by like 5 or so, I was like, I should probably get dinner. And then about 6, I was like, okay, let me go eat. So I went into the kitchen. There was something my mom had made earlier, but I just wasn't in the mood for it. And I was pretty irritable at that point. Like, one thing about me, when I'm in the kitchen, I don't really like people just waiting for me to go into the kitchen so they can catch me and start talking. And that tends to happen all too much. I just hate it. Because sometimes I'm like in my own head or just not trying to have a conversation. And so I get really annoyed. So I think the combo of that blood sugar crash and the caffeine crash together just kind of did me in yesterday evening. And I ate around 6:30. I just had like a little macaroni cup and a peach. I was gonna have an apple with it, an apple with peanut butter, but my mom started talking to me and I was like, gosh, so I just left the kitchen with what I had. And then, the apples are weird. I like Sprouts food. She shops at like Smart and Final, and Smart and Final's got like cheap stuff. Those apples have some weird sugar issue. I cut into them, and within like a minute or two, they were completely brown. They're way too sweet. I couldn't even eat them. They were way too sweet for me. Like, once I cut them open, they felt like they were getting sweeter and sweeter. So I don't really know what's up with that. So I just avoided it because I was like, this is too much sugar. And then I felt a little better after I ate, but not fully. But I felt okay about the meal. I was like, I don't want to eat something super unhealthy, but let me just eat a little bit. So it held me over. It was okay. And I started, I just, had my lights out around probably 7 p.m. and was just listening to Joe Rogan on Spotify and kind of unwinding and, trying to figure out like why I felt so negative. And I mostly came to that conclusion because I was like, there's no way my day should be like I should be feeling so negative and like stressed out, like I was really having like an energy crash, and it gives me like these weird like emotion like mood swings. So I was like, geez, it's the last thing I want to deal with, because I was feeling good pretty much all day up until that point. And so it was a bummer to get declined for the job, but it wasn't that much of a bummer. I got a lot of good feedback, so at the very least, I know exactly the route I should consider taking next. So, yeah, today I've got it kind of mapped out what I'm going to do, but last night, it took me most of the night from probably around 6:30 till because I was feeling pretty bad at 6:30, but I started feeling better around 6:30, around when I ate, and then a little better every few 30 minutes or so until probably about 8 p.m. I felt pretty good. And then went from feeling good at 8 p.m. And just, kind of got on with my day. or my night, And then I woke up at like 2 or 3 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep till after 5. I was kind of in and out of sleep. And then in the morning too, this morning in and out of sleep until around 8. Then I was like, let me just freaking get up so I can make my breakfast in peace. Like, that's my motivator to get up, is to try to get going before 9, because I don't know, I don't want to talk to anybody not till like 10 or 11 or so. So I just got that done, so decided to record while my oats are kind of cooling down. It takes a while. I don't like to eat them when they're like super hot. So I found that OfferUp, the app OfferUp where you sell stuff, for some reason I went on there and I didn't know they have job postings. So you can go on there and, get the job postings, call them. Some of them have phone numbers, so you're not really even like submitting resumes. So I might actually try that because it seems more direct, but I don't know how protected you are. Like, is it odd jobs or is it like legit like work? Like, do you get a W-2 or is it like a 1099? Like, what is it, But these days it's so hard to like contact jobs that I think I'm gonna roll with it and see if I can just call some of these sites listed on OfferUp just to try to land something pretty quick remotely. I'll see how the experience works and I'll report back, but it might be a quicker route than waiting for these applications and interviewing online and all this. They're probably still going to be like, go to the website and send your resume, but at least if you get to talk to someone, that might be helpful. So after I get some exercise today, I'm gonna just kind of chill around. I want to take it easy because yesterday got pretty rough. And then I'm gonna just work on some creative stuff mostly, and then call up some of those jobs, see what happens. Just keeping it basic this morning. I'll probably eat lunch around 1 or so. I'm gonna stop having beverages around 1:30, and I'll probably have some more caffeine around 1, just so I can make sure that I'm up pretty late, because if the wedding starts at 6, we'll probably leave around 9:30. But yeah, so that's about all I'm gonna get up to for the morning. It's gonna be a good queer wedding, hopefully a lot of cool queers there, and hopefully get a little experience meeting some new people. That should be fun. I'm just gonna try to get my energy up and stuff. So yeah, I'm still on track working with my health, but we'll see how things unfold. So I'm gonna eat this food. So with that, thanks for listening.